I've worked with some of the biggest info guys in all of the space for the past year and a half, really. And we've gotten pretty good results. We've built a lot of funnels. We've done operating for a lot of these individuals as well. And I had a really rude awakening very recently about one of the clients that I just signed. I'm not going to say names because it really tremendously hurt my ego. Like, I thought we could have ramped this thing up to multiple high five figures, if not over 100K per month, even without paid ads. And boy, was I mistaken. So this client was a referral originally, and he came to us. He was doing like 10K, occasionally 20K months. This guy has like millions of followers across all platforms. And we were going to come in and we thought, okay, if we simplified his sales process, if we fixed all the bottlenecks, if we helped him fix up his content, and we just had a team doing everything for him, we could make him a lot more money. And that was not at all the case. And for 2 to 3 months when we were working with him, we saw lower numbers than 10K a month. And that destroyed my ego more than you can possibly imagine. Because I was like, why is this just not working? What am I doing wrong? Sure, the client did a total rebrand of this content. Although that needs some time to kind of recoup and train the audience, it's like, okay, he fixed up his content. We've gotten a super dialed sales team, setters and closers that have been on multiple 6-figure a month offers. So it's not the sales process. My systems are super streamlined and optimized. Everything is automated and very professional. Everything is tracked, and his content is now in a better place. So what is the main issue right now? Why are we just not getting money? And after trial and error, we finally realized that we have a lead intentionality problem and a lead quality issue. Because if we post a free resource or something like that for free peptides or resources on peptides or losing weight, whatever it might be, that we would just follow up with those guys, triage them, and try to get them on a call and close them on the coaching. But that's just not the case. And we've seen that over the past 2 months of that free resource just not working. None of the guys who have opted in for the free resource in the story have ever become paying clients. And whenever we do a super valuable and a great story call to action for the one-on-one coaching with the client, we still get a couple, maybe one, maybe two out of hundreds of thousands of followers who are actually interested. And even then, those guys don't even have the money. So no one wants to buy because they're broke. And we realized because the value isn't there. Like, what can you do with this offer, which is basically just a 1 to 2K offer, talking with the client in a Discord channel for 3 months, giving you feedback and checking up on you for your fitness goals? What can't AI do that does? Nothing. There's literally nothing. It does not stand out in any way. It totally goes away from the market that's pivoting towards doing AI for everything. It's like, why would anybody, especially a broker and a cheaper audience, want to pay thousands of dollars for one-on-one coaching for a couple of months over Discord with basic accountability checkups and answering and asking questions that they can just do with AI themselves? It's just not going to work. So I was thinking, how are we able to work with the market pivoting into AI? Is info just totally dead? Like, is there nothing we can do? Or is there something we can maybe do to get more cash through the door and finally scale this offer to where it needs to be? So I did some digging and I did some thinking. I'm like, okay, well, there's multiple things just not working in this offer, in this market right now in general. Everything is getting taken over by AI. Every single thing. There is no more need for information. There is no lack of information out there anymore. AI can do and answer every single question that you possibly have about virtually anything. Okay? So what can't AI do? Well, AI can't keep you totally accountable with calls and check-ins very, very routinely and give you very up-to-date homework on the current market. So that's 1 to 2 things. And then AI itself can't give you a community of like-minded individuals. So realizing this, we have to pivot the offer from a lack of information to a lack of accountability and a lack of community. So this offer right now has no community, and it is literally just answering and following up with questions that you might have. AI can do those things. So if we were to remake this offer, it would have to include a group coaching aspect, a community, and calls as well. So that's 3 things we have to do. And then we also have to look at the fact of fitness coaching as a whole right now. Okay, where has the market shifted? Everybody and their mom is doing fitness coaching. every single person. And the people who did do fitness coaching, that's not working anymore, they pivoted into coaching fitness coaches, so a B2B market, or they did personal branding. Like Alex Eubank is a great example of personal branding. When he blew up, when he was at like 1.5 million followers at this time when he launched his first info product, he didn't do fitness coaching. You know what he did? He did personal branding. And I questioned that for the first time. I was like, why would he do that? Like if I was wanting to do fitness, I would want to follow him for fitness coaching. Like I would not follow him for personal branding. But I was absolutely wrong. Why? Because people don't just want a physique. They can look up with AI how to do that right now. That's not an issue. Again, the knowledge isn't the issue. It's making your money back. And it's the actual value that you're providing to this client that they can't achieve on their own. So when we talk about personal branding as an offer right now, which inherently is almost like a biz op offer because you're making your money back, you're selling to people how I was able to monetize my social media content. So basically make more money than they're making right now, work with dream brands and partners and sponsorships, and go viral on social media, potentially becoming famous. So here's how to do that in a program of like-minded people that are trying to do the same exact thing, with group coaching calls where I actually walk you through one-to-one and give you personal accountability on how to do certain things, which AI can't do because AI doesn't understand the current everyday market shifts and what content works best for this and for the way you speak and the way you talk and communicate with people and what style works best for you. It can give you templates, but it's not the same as working with a one-on-one professional and having a like-minded community that's doing the same thing. So we're looking at this fitness coaching offer right now, and we just have to completely pivot it. Not just add things into the offer like group coaching, like one-on-one calls, okay? But we also have to add more things. Like why can't people still just do their fitness coaching themselves on AI? They can. So we need an offer that actually makes your ROI back, especially for this broke audience where all they're focused on is just conserving their money. But if we're telling them and leaning into the fact with the marketing, it's like, okay, we're giving you this, virality, working with dream brands and sponsorships, and how to make better content, which makes your money back. That's a lot better when you don't have a lot of money to invest in the first place than investing it into something that AI could just completely replace at all. So that's what we're doing right now. And we're also realizing with VSL funnels, how we're marketing this right now. I know for fitness coaching in general, VSL funnels aren't very performative, but over these past couple months, with AI being Replit, Base44, Lovable, Manus, all of these vibe coding platforms that are able to make you a funnel without you having to do anything for basically free, or you can just have Claude Cowork be trained and build a funnel for you on one of these sites like Framer or ClickFunnels or something. You don't need to hire somebody to do their funnels anymore. Like all of our referral engines and distribution channels for funnels in the past, when we were making 15 to 35K a month from funnels alone, never mind operating, we don't have any of those channels anymore. And it's because of AI. And it's because a VSL funnel inherently right now is just still not trustworthy enough. The trust recession is so low. So what do we have to do to replace this? Well, the VSL funnel is going down because every single person has been lied to, scammed, been through a funnel, and know it's just going to be a payment link at the other side of the funnel. So we have to find a different way. We have to build more trust with people, which is through specific and intentional pieces of organic content with a shit ton of volume and a webinar. So my theory for this offer, this fitness coaching offer we're running up right now, the only way to scale this is to pivot it to BizUp, to pivot it to group coaching with the coach actually being in there for the calls, and to market it as you're making your money back, to offer some kind of guarantee, and to do the marketing through a webinar. That's my take. And this is just so crazy to me because my brain is just stuck in one place of like, there's no reason this shouldn't be working. AI can't change this much this fast, but it is, and it's happening in live time. And for this offer specifically, there's so many variables that are working against us. The AI, the VSL funnel's not performing, the offer not being good. It's like there's so many things working against us and going in the same place, in the same direction, circles and circles and circles, of just trying to scale this thing when everything is systemized, when the audience isn't actually ready and prepared for this kind of offer, and they're not optimized for this kind of offer, then it's just not going to perform. There's going to be a disconnect there. Because the audience is broke, because the audience was following the client for different reasons, for entertainment, for virality, not for fitness coaching, then it's just not going to perform, and that's how it is. So the market is changing. You have to change with it. I've realized this firsthand, and it's actually crazy how fast AI is evolving. And if you don't change, you're going to get left behind. Also, real quick, I did want to mention as well, I do not believe fitness coaching inherently is dead. I think that when you have everything working against you in an offer like fitness coaching, where the audience isn't trained on you being a fitness coach, and also the trust recession and AI, it compounds on top of each other. So it makes for an offer that just doesn't perform. Because I do know fitness coaches that are making good money, over 100K a month, even guys with 20K followers making 40, 50K a month. But the reason for that is because their audience is specifically following them for fitness coaching. And when your audience is not doing that, even if you're making a pivot to fitness coaching or away from fitness coaching, the reason it's not working is because you have all these variables stacked on top of each other, as well as the audience not being intentional buyers for the fitness coaching. So again, I don't think it's dead entirely, but when you have everything working against you, it doesn't make for a pretty scenario.